What is up, guys? Tyler here with Secure Team with another very quick follow-up video to the one that I just posted. I just posted a main video tonight just a few hours ago, so if you haven't seen that yet, go and check it out. It's brand new. I know many of you haven't seen it, so I'll put a link down in the video description as well as at the very end of this video. You guys go and check it out. Not just for some of this new, very strange UFO footage that we talk about within it, but as well an update to the mystery plume, as it's been called, found on Mars, some updates regarding it, and what my personal stance continues to be regarding this plume and the very strange triangular-shaped set of volcanoes that it looks to be emanating from. So be sure to check that video out. But I just wanted to post this one real quick too, because as some more breaking news is coming out, we have new images here, really strange, coming out of Antarctica, another one of my favorite places, shrouded in so much mystery. And well, we'll just say there's some really dodgy, secretive stuff going on down there, and has been for years. And while they were flying over, and they snapped some pictures of a supposedly natural, free-floating iceberg that is in the shape of what they have described as a perfectly rectangular iceberg, as if it was deliberately cut into the shape that it's in. And why do they say that it looks like it's deliberately cut? Well, as you guys are seeing here, we have this absolutely stunning image of a nearly, if not 100% perfectly cut rectangular iceberg floating in the waters of Antarctica, taking on this sort of monolithic shape and slab of ice, floating just off the Larsen C ice shelf, which appears quite unnatural given the 90-degree angles around this object, the perfectly flat top, and not just that, the perfectly flat edges on all sides to this piece of ice, this so-called natural piece of ice. And so NASA took the image as part of Operation Icebridge. And so they're flying over Antarctica, and they come upon this very strange, out-of-place, perfectly cut, almost looks like it's been laser cut, flat, rectangular slab of ice. Totally opposite from what you would think of when trying to conjure a picture of an iceberg, your typical iceberg, and all of the crazy abstract and jagged shapes that icebergs come in. And NASA is already on the ball, saying, well, this is totally natural. It's a natural phenomena. Obviously, we've seen icebergs out there that do take various shapes. Some of them look to be in triangles, others in more square-type shapes, but I've never seen anything like this. And what they're calling these is the iceberg known as a tabular iceberg, and that these tabular icebergs have steep, nearly vertical sides and a flat plateau top, and that these types of icebergs typically break off of ice shelves. And when there's a clean break of the iceberg, the angles can be close to 90 degrees. And in this case, the iceberg is likely not very old, as wind, waves, and sea spray will eventually whittle away the sharp edges of the iceberg and round it out, said a NASA scientist. Now, it is also unclear if this object is actually floating or is attached to something underneath and is actually touching the ocean bottom. They don't know. But it's funny because even in this article, while discussing these tabular icebergs, which again they say is just a total natural phenomena, well, you do some research and you figure, hey, I bet we can find a million other tabular icebergs that look identical to this. And yet, the best that you can come up with, or the best at least that has been featured in a similar article regarding this finding, was this image here, giving us a second look and an alternative look at another one of these precisely cut tabular icebergs. And while I will give them the fact that, well, it does look pretty much rectangular in shape. Besides that, I would think that's where the similarities stop compared to this and this new anomalous slab of ice that, again, unlike this here, looks completely laser cut on all sides. The top, the sides, the ends. I mean, the thing looks like it was laser machined out, and it just does not fit with its surroundings. I've never seen anything like it before, and apparently neither have NASA, although they say, well, these are natural, and they show us images like this, which really aren't doing their story justice in trying to convince us that this is a natural thing, because this just doesn't look like what has been found here in this actual photo. So, you know, it's just, looking at this, it looks so damn flat, so perfectly spaced apart from end to end, so flat on the ends even, that I'm really seriously wondering whether this is actually an iceberg at all, or something that is possibly, that's been, again, laser cut out or created to look like an iceberg, because these hard right angles, sharp laser cut corners, completely flat top, smooth as a baby's bottom. I mean, it's not computing with all of the other icebergs and studies that I've done over the years of Antarctica, of the ocean surrounding it, what's down in there, the ice itself. And you just look at this picture zoomed out and you see all of the other regular ice surrounding it, the jagged, typical ice, and then you see this thing sort of slowly making its way through. And yeah, I'd like to know what it's attached to, if anything, down below. It certainly doesn't strike me as a bad idea, and I'm sure it's been thought of before by the powers that be. Hey, what would be an easy way to have bases down there and to have total anonymity by simply having these bases, potentially underground or underwater bases, built into something that looks like a large floating iceberg? Because when it comes down to it, what's the best place to hide for most people? Well, many would say hiding in plain sight would be the way to go when you're really trying to hide. You do it right out in plain sight. And although, again, I'm just speculating about that, you never can tell. And it's good to ask questions, and that's what this channel's for. It's for speculating. It's for asking questions, providing evidence, analyzing it, and attempting to find the truth. That is why we are here. So we have laser-cut square icebergs floating around to match the laser-cut square clouds that we've been reporting on and analyzing over the past couple of years. More and more square and rectangular-shaped clouds seen from space, seen right down here, right above you, you know, walking down the street. Clouds that simply do not look like clouds. They do not form like typical clouds, and so it looks like we now have the ice to match the clouds. So I'll tell you, this is definitely becoming a very fun topic to research. I guess since NASA has told us that it's totally normal, go back about your business, then we can just close down the old channel now and not even worry about it, because NASA's got our backs. It's probably just some swamp gas. With that, thank you all for watching today. All of that was a joke. I'm just trolling you guys, so no angry emails about me trusting NASA. Remember, it's not NASA, it's never a straight answer. Or it could stand for Never Admitting South Pole Anomalies. I like that. Never Admitting South Pole Anomalies. Or how about this? Never Admit Secrets of Antarctica. Yeah, I think I might have to turn that one into a shirt. Tell me what you guys think, and if you want one, stop by and grab one up. So with that, I'm going to jump off here. I'm a bit loopy. It's about 4 a.m. I've been up for a while, so thank you guys again. Thanks for being patient with me as I put out these new videos. Be sure to check out the other video that I just posted, and you all have a safe night or morning.